I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm still doing a series on common sense topics. One of the areas in life where you can either benefit from or be mad, MARRED, mad, benefit from or be destroyed is in relationships. A relationship is how people connect and also how they interact. Relationships can be advantageous and they can also be disadvantageous. Now, I want to share with you key issues I have learned in life that have helped me. Number one, every relationship must have the following arrows as in rice. Arrow number one, respect. Relationships should have mutual respect. Marriage, business relationship, ministerial relationship, you must have respect for each other. When you are in a relationship where the other person does not respect you, please find a way out of that relationship. See, particularly when it concerns people who are related to you by blood, you might not leave them, but learn to put boundaries, learn to establish boundaries. No matter how close nations are, they establish boundaries, territorial integrity, and sovereignty. The crisis we have in Nigeria today is that the Fulani tribe in Nigeria does not respect boundaries. So they bring people from all over Nigeria, all over West Africa and Africa into our country to exploit our minerals, exploit our people, destroy our crops because they believe they have the same stock and of the same religion. That is very, very dangerous. So I have a brother, he will just call me my childhood name that people don't dare call me. He just call me. I told him one day, stop that rubbish. Call me Dr. Apoki. I went to school with you. You decided to smoke Indian hemp and parked the vehicle of your destiny halfway. Don't play with what I have earned by sweat. And he took correction. One day I was in my community. A young man just saw me. Apoki. I told him, come here. He was carrying a gun. I told him, come here. He was one of our vigilantes. I said, come here. If they want to name people who are intelligent in this our tribe, before they mention 20, they will call my name. And please add Dr. Apoki. He wanted to make, I told him I will deal with you without your gun. And from then, anytime he sees me, doctor, he respects me. Him whom the Lord has honored and does not know it is like a beast that perishes in the field. I know I did a video on being stupid for 38 years, but my wife knows it, and she approaches me with caution. There are boundaries she cannot cross. There are boundaries she cannot cross. I won't tolerate it. My children know it, from my eldest son to my last child. They are big boys and a big girl. They are responsible citizens, but they know it. You cannot mess up around me because you think you are my child. I don't derive relevance from you as my child. You derive relevance from me. They will ask you, are you Dr. Apoki's son? They don't ask me whether I am Dr. Sususu's father. They have made their own marks, but I deserve my accolades. I don't play with it. My children, my wife, they know it. On my 60th birthday, my daughter was given a chance to speak. He said, my father is a hard nut to crack. So you want to crack me? Baby, you want to crack me? You can't crack me. So, respect. The Bible says that The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. In Africa, the palm oil tree has thorns in the beginning so that no child can go and play near it. No woman can go and play near it. Even an adult does not play near it unless you have a machete. And then as it is growing, it will grow up to about maybe 40 feet. Then it will shed the thorns. But where the fruits are, they still have thorns. It sheds the fruit and the skin becomes smooth. Then it knows that no person can climb on it anyhow. People ask my workers, how do you manage to work with Dr. Apoki? People, when you tell somebody that you are coming from Dr. Apoki's house, how is that man? I don't present a picture of being nice to people because they will mess me up. They will mess me up. And so people respect me and the values I hold dear. Any person that is not ready to respect them, you come near me, I mess you up. So don't be a vegetable. Don't be nice. Be a good person, but don't be nice. Don't be a sissy. Hamas tried Israel. The reason Israel is dealing with Hamas and they are not listening to any person. When Israel, Jews were killed by Hitler, the world stood akimbo. For so many years before Hitler descended on the Jews and the Gypsies, the Jews have been the subject of harassment in the whole of Europe. They put them in slums. And then after the World War ended, Hitler's war ended, the Jews made a slogan, never again, never again. And so this present war, Netanyahu wants to prove a point that you cannot mess up with Israel. So don't let people mess up with you. That's one thing. Mess up with your business, mess up with your children, mess up with your ministry. No. If a young man, you attack me on Facebook, I will attack you. I will attack you. One of them tried it from the United States. I dug his history out and he deleted the attack. So that's how to create value for yourself and whatever you do. Number 2, relationship should involve responsibility. Responsibility is taking charge and being in charge. If I can cross oceans for you, you should learn to cross gutters for me. Don't keep asking me to swim across oceans for you and you're not willing to cross a gutter for me. You're abusing relationship. I have a friend. He will call me. I've known him for years and I've been the one doing things for him. And anytime he calls me, is to ask me to do something for him. He never contributes anything to my life. So I've learned to keep him at a distance. He cannot use me as a broom. Most people who are related to you want to use you as brooms. When you use brooms to sweep in Africa, you hide them in one corner. There are pastors who will invite you to preach in their small meetings where they don't have alternative, but they can never take you to their headquarters. Avoid them. I had similar people. I had a lot of them like that. So be responsible. If somebody is not responsible, keep him by the side. Keep him by the side. Don't let him waste your time and misbehave around you. The next thing is relevance. Of what relevance is this relationship? Relevance is importance for now. Importance for now. It is true that you are my cousin. It is true that you are my nephew. But what relevance are you contributing to my life? I have several of them. They will run away, mess up. When they are in need, they will come. One came recently. That's last year around this time. I told him, go to school. He said, no. Do this, say that he wants to make money. I gave him money. He traveled around January 15th last year. He did not call me that he had gotten home. He did not call me. Till today, I've not heard from him. But that's a big relief. He cannot come here again. Relevance. I took a young girl, gave her scholarship, brought her here, and she said she would not stay, that this place is too quiet, and she was going home. I sent her back home, and I canceled the scholarship. I saw her yesterday parading all over the place in my community. You can't use me. You can't use me. You can't. You cannot use me and treat me like trash when I'm giving you cash. Any person that treats you casually will make you a casualty one day. So, relevance. This year, look for people who are relevant. Spend time with people who are relevant to you, to your life. If they're not important to your life, keep them at a comfortable distance, but don't bring them into your sphere of influence. They will only frustrate you. The next thing is reciprocity. You do for me, I do for you. You do for me, I do for you. It is true that you can help people at a distance, but even if I help you, show reciprocity by producing results so that I can give you more. I gave a cassava grinding machine and a cassava press to a young man in a community that didn't have those things. He destroyed them, never returned. He returned only 7,000 naira in how many years now? And he's calling me. If I have any contract or anything for him to do, I should let him know. I will not let you know. You are not responsible. The next thing is that those who are, I've said this before, my benefactors, I make sure I reciprocate their benevolence by producing value and results in their lives. Don't always be the one receiving. Find a way to be of value. Then the next thing is that any relationship you are into should be refreshing. Any relationship that drains you, that saps your mental, physical, and spiritual energy, that irritates you, that is toxic, that is damaging to your physical health and mental health, even in marriage, please avoid it. Avoid it. You only live once, and each of us will give account of our lives. In the parable of talents, the servants did not form a committee of how to invest. If not, the most industrious ones would have been committed by the least industrious one into error. So this year, I beg of you, evaluate your relationships. Do they generate respect? Is there responsibility involved? Is there reciprocity? And is it refreshing? I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Subscribe to this channel, share these videos to as many people as possible, and join my WhatsApp mentorship group by sending a message to +234 70 52 13 6763. Is growing every day with people from all over the world. I mean it. And I have properties for sale. Send a message to the same number, +234 70 52 13 6763. God bless you.